One quiet morning, the sun was just beginning to rise, casting a golden glow over the garden. Mark was tending to his plants, the smell of fresh soil filling the air, when suddenly a faint, desperate cry reached his ears. It was soft at first, barely audible above the rustling leaves, but then it came again, clearer, more urgent. His heart skipped a beat. The cry sounded like an animal in distress. Mark looked around his peaceful garden, but there was no sign of trouble. His gaze swept over the flowers, the trees, the vegetable patch, nothing out of the ordinary. The cry came again, closer this time. He froze, listening intently. The sound was unmistakable. An animal, frightened and in pain. It was coming from the direction of the train tracks, just beyond his property. Mark's heart raced as he sprinted toward the tracks. The wind carried the faint cry, growing louder with each step. As he neared the iron rails, his eyes darted, searching. And then, he saw it. A small goat, its fur a pale white, was wedged between two iron railings, its tiny body stuck in a narrow gap barely 10 centimeters wide. The goat's eyes were wide with panic, its small body trembling as it struggled, unable to free itself. Mark's chest tightened at the sight. The little goat's tear-streaked face looked up at him with desperate eyes, as if it knew he was its only hope. He rushed forward, dropping to his knees beside the tracks. His mind raced. How had the goat gotten stuck? The gap was so tight, its head wedged in so painfully that it could barely move. The cry of distress still echoed in the air, and Mark's heart clenched. Mark gripped the goat's tiny body as gently as he could and began to pull. The poor animal struggled, its body twitching, clearly in pain, but Mark knew he had to work quickly. Sweat streamed down his forehead, his fingers aching as he twisted and tugged, trying to free the goat without causing further harm. With a final, desperate effort, Mark gave one last pull, and the goat's body slid free. He fell back on his heels, gasping for air, heart pounding. The little goat tumbled onto the ground, its legs shaking as it stood, unsteady, before slowly staggering to its feet. Mark's hands trembled as he reached down to touch its soft fur. The goat looked up at him, its eyes no longer filled with fear, but with a quiet trust. He carried the goat back to his house, where his wife and children gathered around, amazed at the sight of the tiny creature. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find a lot of interesting things.